Hi, everybody. It's Monday, isn't it? Another Monday. Gloomy Monday. Actually, it's been quite nice, isn't it? And Monday was always pain. Go back to work. That I did many Mondays and Fridays. I know for many people it's a strain to get back to work and a couple of days off. It's not good, is it? Working for a living. It's not good working for a living, especially when you're drinking for a living as well. It's not good. Go back to work the day after you've been off. There's a comedian called Bobby Thompson. They say it's unlucky to go back to work the day after you've been off. She never went back. It's a strange one, isn't it? But it's true. When you're a drinker, it's hard work going back to work, isn't it? Because you think, well, I should have had some more drinks. Could have been just sitting having beers and relaxing. They could go to work. Actually, saw some people today who just ran into Asda to get drinks. I hear them sitting with, must have a drink. It's such a bad day at work. Hi, Christopher. All good? Yeah, hope you're all too. So, yeah, the Monday feeling is not good for drinkers. Because you're sort of semi-hungover, aren't you, most of the day? I did a little post the other day about, how long does it take to get over a hangover? Because it might get worse and worse. I've heard a couple of posts about over 40, you've got a problem with drink, as in feeling well again. Your body can't cope like it did when you used to, when you were younger. So you feel more ropey for longer, don't you? Don't feel particularly well. And I used to always think a couple of days after I went back to work after a heavy session, I was still feeling the effects of the drink. It takes longer to get over, doesn't it? Hi, Paul. How are you doing? Nice to see you. When was the last instance anymore? Last week? Briefly. Hope you're well. Dazza, how are you doing, Dazza? 32 months alcohol free today and 8 years cocaine free. Welcome. Dazza, fantastic. Well done, that. I never took cocaine. Alcohol was my only drug, but I highly hammered it. And that completely destroyed my mind and body, really. But you've done really well. It's good to keep a bit of a tally, isn't it? I know I'm 6 years now. It was 19th of October. Deborah's good evening. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Folly Porn, 81 days sober today. I hope you're all. Well, that's really good. Anxiety has been very high the last few weeks. The stomach bug being housebound is absolutely terrible for my mind, mental health. Yeah, it would be. But at least you're off the booze. 81 days is pretty good. It's very good. 1 day for me. I can only do 1 hour. 81 days. I never thought of that. That would be impossible a few years ago. Wigan still at it. Get in touch, Wigan. I'll do a mint drink course. I'll be able to help you. That's the number. It's on Too Much Wigan. All of the links for things are on the description part of videos, but you can also text that number and see what can get you off it. Because you need to get off it. And that's just a start, getting off it. But I did a video night called 5 Years in Pain. I was in withdrawal for 5 years after I went back on the booze. I couldn't stop it. And I couldn't get any help. And I mean medical help. I went to this community group, which is a waste of time. I didn't find any use. No, it's good for some people, it wasn't for me. Stoic, how are you doing? Getting into alcohol and cocaine was my poison. Yeah, and I never took any other drug, just my only drug was alcohol. It's odd that people say it's drugs and alcohol. It's still alcohol is still a drug. It's just a different type of drug, isn't it? I heard somebody say the other night, I put a couple of videos about this. Depression in liquid form, isn't it? I mean, it's obviously poison, but it does make you depressed, alcohol, doesn't it? Especially when your hangovers get worse than they slip into withdrawal. But after I'd been off the drink for a while, and I slipped back into it, there was no hangover. I went straight to withdrawal, and I lived for 5 years self-medicating. It was so dangerous because it's the fear and the panic of having a seizure that takes you to self-medicating, isn't it? And I was always worried I'd have another seizure because the first time I had one, I didn't expect that. I just expected to feel rough, and I just stopped drinking. But I didn't know I didn't even know the risks when I stopped cold turkey. I never knew the risks, and I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" Well, stronger words than that, you know. Dennis, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hey, sub, you okay? I was going to ask you how warm was it on that boat? You must need a lot of heating, do you? Especially when it gets a bit cold. It's starting to get a bit colder now, isn't it? It's incredible that 1 hour clock difference makes such a difference to how early it gets. It's not just seems more than an hour, if that makes sense. But 5:20 was completely dark here. It's crazy. Hiya, John. How are you doing? I think everyone's pretty good. Anybody got any problems? I mean, alcohol problems, not women problems or whatever. Or gambling problems. Gambling is an addiction, so we'll cover that, couldn't we? Dazza, thanks for that. I was diagnosed with having multiple sclerosis 3 years this December, really. How does that affect you, Daz? As in day to day? You know, I mean, are you coping with it, or are you, um, you know, no illness like that is good news, obviously, but if you can keep off the booze, it'll help. Keeping off the booze, if you can, will help your whole mind and body, obviously. Because I know a lot of the guys I used to drink with are still drinking pretty heavily. They all seem to have colds and flus and this sort of things. All these moderators, incredible. Well done to them for coming on. They pick up little sniffles all the time. I have to say, touch wood, I've never had a cold or flu since I stopped drinking, even though I've got liver issues. But everything's fine now. Do you want to put the heating on for the first time of days before summer? Right, yeah, it's certainly cooling down. Hello, Magpie. Hope you're well. Yeah, this withdrawal thing, I don't know how everybody else got the experience of severe withdrawal, but mine was year long. I just could not stop after that 5 years. For the 5 years, I was drinking to self-medicate. Every day I would think it's going to get better, but it never did. So I just made a cup of coffee. A clock change I finished making. It's 50 minutes before I started. That's good, isn't it? That's quite good, actually. I take one day at a time, Steve. I'm learning to adapt. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think positive mindset with everything like this, We've all got our issues and problems, haven't we? And, but reaching for a drink will help nothing. Although we've done it, we've all done it. It was, somebody said the other day, and I believe this. When I took the first drink as a teenager, I thought this has fixed me. A lot of people think like that, and they carried on. I guess when we can't stop. There's a lot of negative comments on the channel as well, which I quite like, because the most comments are better, really. About, you should do this, you should do that, you shouldn't get so greedy, you should be able to moderate. I just laugh at people because they don't actually know what we go. I don't know why they really watch it. I don't know what it's like to be alcohol dependent. Nobody does, unless you are in the same boat, You've all got to be, you've got to be aware of that. Does that give alcohol as the best thing? Yeah, and for me, yeah. Because, as I said in the past, I've never heard anybody regret being sober. That's quite a thing, isn't it? Hi, Jonathan. Hope you're well. I would like some stories if you've got any withdrawal problems you have, because definitely I self-medicated because of the fear of further seizures, fear I wouldn't wake up. So I drank to sort of keep myself going. It was horrendous waking up in the morning. I would have a can of Stella or two by my bed just to get out of bed. I used to just lie down, tip one in my mouth, and I'd stagger to the bathroom, just look at myself in the mirror and hate myself. It was terrible. You don't eat properly, you don't do anything properly, do you? And I think I'm going to have a few more sips of this and go lie in the bed and have a few more sips of it. It's horrendous. So, Marek, you will never meet anyone who regrets giving alcohol. 100%. No. Everyone's positive on it. And it goes the other way. The ones that think drinking are as miserable as sin. John, Jonathan. Neil, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So, yeah, you always meet people who are quite. I think people who have got themselves sober and battled it, won the battle, are very upbeat. They're sort of on a life high because of the fact, well, for me, I've got a second chance. So every day is a good day for me. I just, let it get everybody at that stage. I know some people are still drinking here. Others have been off for years, but it doesn't matter what stage you're at. It's still going to do you in at the end, isn't it? If you start drinking again, or any of us have been off for a while, it's just curtains. It would be for me, be gone very quickly. And people who aren't aware, as we are, don't believe that one drink will take you straight back. They know, just have one. It's a load of nonsense, isn't it? Jimmy, God bless you, Stephen, bringing the gospel. No problem. I'm trying to help. Kaz, hello, just checking in. Still really poorly. Hope everyone as well. So that I flu, Kaz. I know there's a few people got it. It's a bit of nasty bug, isn't it? Does it on my? I'm sober. I've saved 21,500. Wow, that's pretty good going, isn't it? You buy a nice car with that. It's incredible how it actually adds up the amount of money you spend. You also got to, remember the money you lose. The drinking that you do, sometimes that you don't even want to drink, you just do it because you're there. Situational drinking, I would say. And then you buy food you don't eat. You get taxis you don't need. All sorts of things will go wrong. And it costs an absolute fortune, doesn't it? As well as all the time that you spend. And you waste, really, don't you? Black Swan, also the money you don't earn. That's a good point. They didn't earn. Look how many people have missed out on promotions, or you don't want to do overtime, do you? When you're in the drink. I mean, in the drink. Not on, just in it. Stuck in it. You want to get away from it as quick as possible. People take sick leave and all sorts, isn't it? Hi, Kaz. Yeah, that flu is going about at the moment. Take it easy. Kaz can't start off work. I must sick myself. Bloody hell. It's awful, that, like. If you've got any illnesses like that, well, try and keep yourself off it, but you can't avoid everything if you're going to go out and about. So I know I've got a mate of mine who works in school. He picks up a lot of books. Viking, struggling with the panic and despair when the car isn't available, stuck in it, as you say. Yeah, text me on this number. There's a list of all this stuff. All the links on the description part of the video. It's awful, that feeling when you're stuck, isn't it? You're stuck in the side and you feel trapped. It sort of feels worse when you're trapped, and the sword goes on. Jamie, we end up losing everything apart from the booze. The best decision anybody can make is to get sober. I was a mess with the beer, and I stopped 20 years ago, and life's been great. So fantastic message, yeah? 20 years. That's incredible. Good amount of time, isn't it? I got a message from a lad the other day. He's been off 35 years. Everyone he used to know is now dead. So there you go. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? 20 years is incredible. Baby, I've been sober 8 years, October the 3rd. Don't know how I made it this far. Well done. You made it because you wanted to make it. And you feel better without the drink. And you know that if you have a drink, it's going to take you back. And it's horrendous. Samara, like I said before, I was in the depths of hell and insanity. Sane person would shoot himself in the head. There's an area for choices to get a detox series were becoming life-threatening. Yeah, I mean, at least you got it at the end, but it took you a hell of a lot of work to get a detox. You say, as you mentioned something before, why don't you just give us diazepam in a controlled way? Just get, a low chemistry and drop a couple off every day or something. Be far more, it'd be money saving rather than having people in hospital for months and months. Detox. There's a canny channel, mate. Alcohol can be scary if it's not controlled. Just look at Gaza and Gary Holden. That's one. I actually tried to email. I've been emailing Gaza over the weekend, actually, but his press team. He's very hard to get in contact with. His social media is pretty much down. 6 years he's been off social media. It's still there, but there's no real recent history. I'd like to get in touch with him. The Atheist, 8 days sober. Motorbike test booked. That's good. Harley Davidson 883 on its way. It's amazing how productive you can be without being drunk. Of course it is. It's life changing, isn't it? It's really life changing. That's why you've got to be successful at this. You've got to change your lifestyle, change your mindset. Samara, that sounds like shit. You're doing good now. Yeah, definitely. Jamie, I lost my best friend from childhood. He was 34. They ended up turning the machine off, keeping him alive. I was devastated. The core. I try to live from now. It was wonderful. But that threw drink Jamie up, is it? Because it just takes so many people too young, It's absolutely horrendous, isn't it? How many people will die of it? And it's getting worse. Forget about what the press say. I know it is. I keep in contact with the hospitals. It's getting much worse. Cirrhosis is presenting in much younger people. Hope you benefit from these lives. If you do, then drop a super chat in, please, or a super copy. Sorry, buy me a coffee links at the top there. Support the channel and let's grow it and get good support and keep it moving along. Jimmy, so was the drink Steve. His name was Stephen. Bloody hell. 34. Come on. Fucking hell. That's incredible. I mean, that's a third of my mother's life. She's 94. 34. Fucking hell, that's half my age. It was virtually horrendous how many people it kills young, and they're getting younger. And younger and younger. Every 10 seconds, somebody dies of alcohol-related illness in the world. That's according to the World Health Organization. I've just made that up. Black Sun, true numbers don't exist because people keep production secret. That's a very good point. Yeah, it's only since I've done this and drilled down into it a bit more that I realised how many people have got an issue with alcohol. It's much higher numbers than ever published. Much higher numbers. Black Sun 100%. Yes, definitely strong. I agree. The atheist pandemic made it worse for sure as well. Thanks for the videos. Oh, you're welcome. John Doe, so true. Baby, I wish everyone in the chat the best of luck with sobriety. We can lean on each other for support. It's very true, yeah. And have a look on the WhatsApp as well. There's a WhatsApp group that's run quite well. It's just the same number, my number. But it's on all the links. If you want to join, then just drop me a line. I wish I could type better. It's just light, isn't it? Just text this number. Yeah, there's always support here. You need that. I did it alone. It was horrific. Well, that's why it took me so long to get off it. Try to do it alone. It wasn't until I was seriously ill. Actually, the doctors didn't take me seriously until I was seriously ill, if that makes sense. Samara John Doe, great mate, but didn't appreciate the Friar Tuck haircut the surgeon gave me when removing the pellets. Friar Tuck. Quite funny, isn't it? Kevin, they need to drastically cut pub opening hours. They're going to extend them. 3 payments say 11 and can't be sold supermarkets after 10. The state government wants to so ill keep extending opening hours. I think it's more of a control thing. Alcohol controls the masses, doesn't it? That's why they used to close early on a Sunday, so the masses could go to bed and get up for work. It's not good. Mark, there are not too many friends in the workplace for recovering addicts. Quite the opposite. A group like this is needed. Thanks, Mark. As I said, anybody who wants to support the group, please hit the super chat button or buy me a coffee link. The more support we can get, the more I can do, and more people can get involved. Gary Tax, just go to the big market on Saturday night and you will see the effective drink. 100%, yeah. It's like any city centre. It's everywhere. I just had a chat with somebody else. This guy's got a place in Spain. I said, you can go around any Spanish market, whatever, or just very square. And there's people sitting there, our age, younger, older, having a chat. They're not all in the boozer. They're not outside the cafe drinking drink. They're just having a coffee. When do you see a group of lads from the UK go and have a coffee? You don't, or very rarely. MJ, 1988, there's a rife drinking ban amongst South Asian community. I just spoke about, well, apparently the Japanese are really bad. My dad died of alcohol-related liver disease, 61. I've credited, but so many heading to the abyss. 61. Well, I got this cirrhosis when I was 57. Well, I was diagnosed with it, I had years. Many Hindus and Punjabis. Okay, I didn't know that. I know the Japanese was another surprise to me as well. I think the British, maybe the Germans, Russians, a bit more outspoken, a bit leery, aren't we? But other countries have got a problem, and they're it's a little bit more subtle, should we say? Irish coffee. Yeah, remember those? Well, very rarely is that one of them. After an Indian, maybe. Do you know my local used to shut at 3 p.m. in the midnight? Just that shutting early lasted years. Do you think that's it? Well, I personally know, but I know Weatherspoons have contributed to a lot of alcoholism and a lot of deaths. You go there early in the morning, same people in there, addicts. It's not just somewhere for them to go and chat with people who will argue about. It's somewhere where they can get a drink and sit and keep warm. It's worse in the winter. They go out all day. Let's face it, for £20 you get a few pints, a small breakfast, and sit there all day. Oh yeah, well, £90, £30 a day, 900 quid. That's pension, isn't it? All these pensions sit there all the time. So I'm not sure about the opening hours, but I know this government, for what it's worth, which is not a lot, are talking about extending opening hours. So there you go. My two grandfathers were alcoholics. It's terrible, isn't it? How many people are involved in the drinking culture, involved in pub life, should we say? Unless you delve into it, sort of drill down into it, you just see what it goes around yourself, isn't it, or your own family. You've got to look wider. The apple does not fall far from the tree. 22 mark. Do you know Weatherspoons is £2 cheaper for a pint where I live? That's the problem. Cheap, opening long hours, good fast service. You know that the price is 50% cheaper, definitely. Kevin needs to be a culture change that you can still enjoy. Consistent nights out where brainwashed to associate good times with alcohol. We are definitely, Kevin. A lot of it's weather related as well, man. Because they don't mind sitting outside a cafe bar in Greece, or Spain, or Turkey, France. The weather's better here. You need to be inside. It's freezing, isn't it? That's not. You find a lot of the heavy, alcohol death rate countries. Pretty dismal weather, pretty gloomy. So I think we've passed the point of no return. Alcohol is more relevant now than ever been. Closing the pubs have just increased the consumption of alcohol at home with no closing time. Very true. To be honest with you, when I was on my last relapse, 2014, the only company I could get out was a company called Dialer Drink, a private company. Now it's so easy to get things delivered now, isn't it? With all these different companies that do food deliveries. That really just came about during COVID, didn't it? Not so much of COVID because I was in hospital after all of that time, really. But the odd day out, I used to go straight by. Story when I used to go on a holiday with the lads, we'd always get the minibus from Wetherspoons. We'd be in there at 7 a.m. It was always the same old fellas waiting for it to open and stay until close. Yeah, it's the same crowd, isn't it? And as time goes on, it look worse and worse, much worse than anybody who stopped drinking. My guys, associates who I used to drink with now and again, they're 10 years, 15 years older than me now. And they're not eating properly. They've got no energy, can't be bothered with anything. They keep saying to me, I don't know how you can be bothered with all that channel rubbish. Can keep me going. There's some good people on there, you know. Seg, how are you doing? Yeah, same old everywhere. Sad. It's very sad, isn't it? The Wetherspoon life. You know, pub life, Wetherspoon life. They should write a book about it. That is 100%. Yeah, it's a place to go and get tanked up, isn't it? And to be fair, I would have used them further around when I was youngster. But we did use Sam Smith's pubs in central London because they were cheaper than like Green King and all that. So you'd go anywhere for a drink, wouldn't you? It was cheap and cheerful. But this age group and the one here, about 40 plus, some of them are there all day. One bloke got his pension the other day. I can't remember who he was, 66. He's never worked a day in his life. Never. That's a true story. That. And he's not disabled. But he finds a crutch when he needs one. If that makes sense. Mark, you find out your friends, or when you get sober, your friends hate you. Some of mine hate me. They don't even smile. They don't talk. One bloke and his wife just completely blanked me. His wife, how do you know his wife? He must have said, don't speak to that smarmy bastard, or, you know, what's that effect? I just get that vibe, you know. I don't care. Said Mark, you certainly do. Yeah, you will find them. They'll drift off your drinking pals, so-called pals. Well said, sir. Blackstone finds a crutch when he needs one. That's hilarious. Well, he does. If the PIP people come around, the benefits police. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story about him. His mate used to be an army drill instructor. He's got a crutch as well. He's fit as a fiddle, but the one I know, he's become 66, got his pension, never to work his day in his life. He has a white stick. He claims he's blind. He's not blind. But the white stick is the top of one of those flat mop things. It's got a little red mark at the bottom. It's not a proper medical thing. Mark. His real crutch is a boot. Yeah, could be more. Seg, subscribe. Thank you. Thanks very much, Seg. Hope you enjoy the videos and share the channel. Enjoy it. And pop on here now and again. Or whenever you can. And we've got a good group of people here. Some very knowledgeable people here. With a lot of experience of alcohol and, the pitfalls. And obviously the good times when you get sober. Because your life opens up, Your life will open up and you'll feel like a new person. I certainly do. I feel better now than when I was 20 odd. I mean, obviously I'm older. But even when I was younger, 4, 5, 6, 7 pints, felt a little bit groggy the next day, And I remember when I joined the police, I went out with this guy who became a very senior officer, actually. Let's call him Jim. And I was used to drinking about 4 or 5 pints. We were due to meet the superintendent of a new division next day. So we stayed in this police accommodation. And he gave me a knock and he said, "Do you fancy a quick drink?" I said, "Oh, come on." And bear in mind, I was used to having about 4 or 5. He's a big lad, this guy. He became really high up to deputy chief somewhere. And I had about 4 or 5. He said, "Just keep going." What about 15 pints, I think. He was ready to win the next day. I could only walk. And that was a culture I got into and I loved it, unfortunately. John, do I pop into Wetherspoons occasionally, but the lack of music, pool tables, atmosphere sort of pushed me off. Yeah, there's not a lot going on in there. It's cheap and cheerful, isn't it? Well, not even cheap, it's cheap and miserable, actually. Because they're all drinking depression in a bottle. NF, all drinking pals are secretly jealous. Can you tell that? You just look at them and think they're so jealous. That's why they're there. They're off with you when you put them in them. Yeah, they can't get off. They don't want to get off. They can't. And they see you. Every sober person will do better in life than a drunk one. It's as simple as that. And the people that do especially well in life as they get older are people who've been in our position and get well again. That's the key. Because you overcompensate, you've got plenty of time to get fit, plenty of time to eat the right food, plenty of time to have a bit of rest, a bit of relax, plenty of time to meet the right people and to do the right thing. So you could set your watch when you saw the same old faces making road inroads, filing down the streets, shuffling in position for opening time. Yeah, you can. You don't need a Rolex. You definitely don't. Or an atomic watch. They've got it precisely timed to knocking on the door time. GM, Norway has some interesting laws around that off license or steel. Okay, what are they then? I don't mind explaining that. I know Norway is very expensive for alcohol. I know that. C96, sorry, at C99. Good advice, thank you. Mark, it's easier to enjoy life after living in the gutter. That's a really good point. Yeah. When you live with rats and felt horrendous, and you get a chance to be on the move again, you seize the opportunity, don't you? And you enjoy the simple things. Have a cup of coffee, slice of toast. Things that are fairly sort of mundane when you're drinking, because all you're looking for when you're drinking is booze, isn't it? More booze. If you'd like to support the channel, then please do. Please, if you hit the super chats button or the buy me a coffee links at the top, because these aren't monetized, so they flow quite well. I don't think putting a monetization on a live would be very good. So if you could support the channel, I'd be grateful. Keep it running at quite a high level, which it is. Got nearly just under 15,000 subscribers. Need about 200 more, hopefully this week. So if you know anybody who hasn't subscribed, then please subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, and spread the word, because it's doing quite well. I've met some fantastic people out of it. And it helps me as well. It helps us all, because as Samara once said, we're only one drink away from disaster. It's as simple as that, really. It's quite a thing to say, but it's true, isn't it? We're on the same boat. Richard, how you doing? Richard Bruce, nice to see you. Mark, Steve, I couldn't care. Sorry, I couldn't take a car drive when I was coming off alcohol withdrawal. Anxiety was too bad. I needed to drink before. And what else I'd get panicked? That was me. Mark, the panic attacks I used to get, I couldn't drive. I had to get rid of the car. I used to get panic. I couldn't walk across the road, even when there was no traffic in it coming out of the way. So I thought I was going to collapse in the middle of the road, and then I thought I was going to get run over. I lost my mind. I really did. Dada, I WhatsApp the group number too. Okay, thanks, Dada. You've got to think about that. This is why I keep saying to people who relapse, and they come back to me. I said I do this coaching thing now, one-to-one. There's a link to it in the description of the videos, and it's good. It's been quite successful. It's been very successful actually, but they keep saying, "I've relapsed again. How to stop?" I said, "You've got to focus on your life, and there's other ways to do it as well. But you have to be aware of things around you as well. And you can't go back to it. You can't keep stopping and starting, because that's the end. That's the end for you if you do that. Psychologically, you're knackered. It's like the people who have liver transplants who go back. They think everything's going to be fine. It's not. You've got to have some common sense about it. We've got to look at it with a serious eye, so to speak. It's not good. It's going to kill you off. Who wants to die at 60, 50? As somebody said earlier, they had a friend who died at 34. That's just started on life at 34. Haven't you? You're priming your life, really, and you're in hospital and you're feeling well. And a friend of mine was in the same hospital as me. Oh, thanks, John, for that donation. Really appreciate that. John says, "Cheers, Steve. Keep up the good work, man." I will, John. Thanks very much. I appreciate this donation. It makes a big difference to the channel. Gives us some support, keeps it going, and helps us out immensely. If anybody wants to donate, it's really good gesture. Thanks for doing that. So this guy, he went to hospital at the same time as me. He's 10 years younger, and he was told not to drink again. Yeah, as I mentioned before, he's gone yellow, completely yellow. He's jaundiced to hell because he went back on the booze. You can't stop somebody if they wanted to, that. It's one of them things. You just cannot. You can't tell somebody not to drink. You advise them, but you can't tell them. Because my friend rang me yesterday, his mum passed. She was barely cold, and he's rung me absolutely shit-faced. I'm feeling rubbish as it is. Couldn't wait to get him off the phone. I've not drank five. Well done, Cars. Don't be influenced by others. Okay? Got to be strong for ourselves. Must be strong. Thanks again, John. That's still on the screen there. It's flashed up a bit. Nice colour. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Cars, but people will. A lot of us here are overthinkers. A lot of very caring people here, and we're like sponges. We take it all in, and you've got to be careful that people don't take advantage of you. With your good nature as well, man, in life in general. That comes with wisdom as well, man. You've got to be very careful with people, and maybe don't give too much away until you're well enough to do that. Because you need to be a little bit, especially in the early days of sobriety, you need to be a little bit selfish with your time, your emotions, your strength, because it's sapped my strength, as your mental strength. Kevin Turner, age limit should be 25. Matt, I think 18, your brain, body is still developing, growing, and we encourage poison that destroys it. It's 21 in America, isn't it? It would make a difference, that. It's a culture change. Whether it'll happen in the UK, I don't know. Why do petrol stations sell alcohol? That shouldn't be allowed. And as a very heavy, ex-heavy drinker, it would have been great for me. And I know I would have been tempted to have a couple in the car. So why are they allowed to sell it? Richard Press, anxiety from drinking does get worse over time. You spoke about it does, man. Yeah, your anxiety will increase as time goes on. And mine actually went very quickly after I stopped drinking. On each occasion. Stoic, you did the right thing, Cause selfish and addiction. Your recovery is your priority. Tell him you'll speak to him when he's sober. Yeah, that's all you can do. So, Cause honestly, story, I felt so bad. I knew his mum. She was lovely. Yeah. When he was sober, we had a very different conversation. Of course. Yeah, it just distorts the mind, isn't it? So when a panic attacks were horrendous. It's like having claustrophobia in your own skin, isn't it? The fear, and the fear of imminent death. Then they just go as quick as they appear. What the hell is all that about? I know. Very odd, isn't it? I call it impending doom when you come off the booze, when you withdraw. The impending doom of life and what's going to happen. Panicking about a TV license. I just turned to piss off now. I was strong until I started drinking heavily, kind of mess. Now I'm even stronger, much stronger than I ever was in my life. Emotionally, physically, the whole lot. So it's done me good in some ways, although I let it get too far to come back. But if you do it, you do it. You don't do it yourself. You can do it. Get your mindset right. John Dwyer, it's all about the pound notes. Yeah, you could be right there. Yeah, disagree with the government. Tax receipts, crazy. I was watching something last night. It said that on fuel, the garage gets 3p or something of a litre. The government gets 66% or something. Crackers. Kevin, off to bed. Good night, all. Major people keep a good fight going. Yeah, cheers, Kevin. Good night. Nice to see you on here. So that's because you're a good person, so you're going to want to console them. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's a problem sometimes, not all the time. But you can't afford the cost of your sobriety. Don't feel bad, mate. I do the same. Yeah, I agree. You've got to keep yourself in focus. You're number one. So on the occasion I am tempted to drink, I think of how much better my life is now and exactly what I will lose. Yeah, that's the best way to think about it. There's Bertie, remember Bertie Bassett? He came up with a very good comment once about relapsing, tempting to be relapsed, tempting to go on a relapse, have a drink. What was it? Play the tape forward, fast forward the tape, I think. The way you would be, or you will be if you take the drink in your head, I know if I have one drink tonight, my life is finished. I know that. That's why I don't do it. I don't want to. I've got no interest in drink. Because on the occasion I am tempted to drink, I think, oh yeah, that's exactly what you do. It's a good message that how exactly how better your life is, how you lose everything, won't you? Good night, Mark. Cause battling flu stroke, that's hard enough, but the call, honestly, don't feel selfish. Guys. Don't feel selfish. Leslie, impending doom describes my withdrawal exactly back when I was drinking, never going back. No, you can't, Leslie. You've been off a long time now, as I have. You cannot afford to lose the freedom we've got. You're free now. It's a massive, massive thing to be free of alcohol. It controlled me for most of my adult life, and a lot of you on here, and it still controls people on here. And you can't let it do that anymore. You can't be controlled. It's your life. Don't let anything control you. If you benefit from these lives, please drop a super chat, or there's a buy me coffee link at the top there. If you, the more people support, the more we can do, and the good message we can get out. The message is really get yourself healthy and happy again. That's the main thing, isn't it? But yeah, there's the impending doom. Absolutely horrendous. John Doe, I was in the petrol station street, but they charge ridiculous prices. Late through the night, they only had cash. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. But licensing used to be tight. It's not now, is it? So, when a car's good for you, sometimes it's hard to say no. We tend to think of other people's feelings before. Yeah, I agree. We can't change our personality, though. I'm still a people pleaser. Always will be. Just can't change. But I can blank people better now. That's what I can do. Just walk past them. I would have said, oh, hello. Fuck that. Not now. Mark, I didn't see for 3 days straight when I stopped drinking before. Cold tea, terrible anxiety and withdrawal, just staring at the ceiling, paranoia. That describes it well. That's this comment here from Mark. 3 days, no sleep, staring at the ceiling, paranoid. Richard Bruce, I have a psychological condition. You can't imagine how bad I feel when I rely on drinking. I'd imagine, Richard Bruce. Sorry to hear that. John Doe, 100%. So I've got a cold, labyrinthitis. Labyrinthitis makes us more emotional and less rational. The addiction loves this and sees it as an opportunity. Please, we are more vulnerable. We must stay strong. Put yourself first, yeah. We're all moody. all getting moods on me. No matter how good your life is, there's always something you think, oh, I didn't really like that. So you've got to be strong. You've got to really plough through this. You've got to plough through life, haven't you now? Well, you always had to, really. But now, with age becomes wisdom. Becomes wisdom, isn't it? It's a wisdom. You just get more sensible, maybe. I don't know what it is. With age comes wisdom, something like that. Mark, I think we all self-medicated with booze. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? Carlos, thanks for being here, guys. You all understand. I feel so rough. I don't even want to drink. So it's ginger tea and that's good. You're better off feeling rough from flu than from booze, aren't you? That's what I was saying. Mark, if only we could bottle that feeling of alcohol withdrawal and take a sip of Jesus, right there. I wouldn't want any of it. You know, stupid people say to me, would you have a drink for £1 million? Of course I wouldn't. The freedom is what you want. The health is what you want, and that's priceless, isn't it? Absolutely priceless. Matty Persson, great video tonight, mate. Thanks for sharing your story. Just welcome here. I think you might be new. Glad to see you on here, and please like the videos and subscribe and such like, and pass them on to other people. We all know somebody with a drink problem. I used to know 20 in the policeman worked there. So we all know that people could do with some help. Because it's difficult to do this on your own. Roger M. I got COVID in August, but it gave me 3 weeks alcohol free without having to use willpower. I started seizure only 10 weeks without. Brilliant. 10 weeks is good. Keep it going. Once you're free of it, or once you're free in your life, you won't want booze. Jonathan Gould, booze is horrendous. It is, mate. Blackstone will be 3. Over end of October. Thank you, Steve. You've helped a lot. No problem, Blackstone. You're welcome. Mark, first step, stop drinking. The second step, continue, and things will eventually improve. Yeah. Stop drinking. Stay sober. I saw a guy tonight who asked for some advice recently. He'd been diagnosed with high bilirubin levels, which is always the jaundice thing, isn't it? He told, because I'd drink Guinness Zero, and he said, "Oh, what's it like?" I said, "It's all right." I said, the doctor told him at the hospital, if you keep drinking, you'll be dead in 6 months. He said, he's a sensible guy, very wealthy, not daft, been to university. And in those days, university, with my age, not many people went to university. Now we can go for butterfly skills. You have to have a proper reason to go to university. And he said, I'm going to try the Guinness Zero for a month. He's back on full Guinness now, looks horrendous. You can't just try for a month. The doctor says you will die. It means you've got to keep off it, doesn't it? Roger, keep going. Subscribe and take care, mate. Thanks, John. Cheers, pal. Richard, I use alcohol for courage, though it always gets on top of me. That's the problem, isn't it? We think it's going to do us good, but it doesn't. It's a total mask. It's a total, I don't know what it is really. It just, you think it's going to do you some good. It does very, very temporarily. But when I was at the end of my tether there, at the bottom of the bottle sort of thing, I didn't enjoy the drink at all. It just became a minefield. It became a full-time job to hide it and to try and get through the day. When I try to work through that, it's just impossible. Gareth Hagang, saying hello from Dublin. Doing well, bank holiday over here. I would usually be pissed out. Thanks, Stuart, and chat night from Dublin. Thanks very much, Gareth, for that. Please, you're well. It's just hard, isn't it? It's normally on the booze, Gareth, and he's decided not to drink. It can make it a bit of a long night as well, can't it? But you've got to be strong. All these pitfalls will come to you, Mark, I have high bilirubin. Every blood test I've taken every year, and I'm sober 16 years, must have drunk some crazy amount. I think, sometimes some people have it, but his was just crazy enzymes and stuff, the ALT, all these other things were high. So if you've been 16 years sober, and if you get checked regularly, you'll be fine, Mark. And congratulations on 16 years. Richard, Dutch Courage, yeah. We used to for a bit of that. I think I just, if I look back at my drinking, people say, why did you drink? I quite enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it when I was very young. I quite enjoyed it. I used to go to some lovely pubs in Knightsbridge and West End London, Mayfair, and some fantastic places, good hotels, Dorchester. Off duty, and we just got a couple of beers on rocking about, and it was just good. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the life that I had there. With all the team having a few drinks after work and a bit of a wind down. But eventually became a habit, and then it moves on to addiction, doesn't it? 666 over. Quite a New Year's Day 2024. Bad number. The number of the beast. By Iron Maiden, isn't it? 667 by tomorrow. If you make it tomorrow. So the truth behind that is, with alcohol, it's not courage, it's loss of inhibitions. Face fear yourself, and your real courage will grow. Else you won't be rough next year. Yeah, very true. The devil is in the detail. Very true. Mark, I'll make it one day at a time, mate. You've got to, haven't you? Got to make it one day at a time. On that note, please have a look at the super chat button if you enjoy these lives, as I do. And the Buy Me Coffee link's at the top if anyone wants to donate. I've said 1,000 times now. I keep saying it, but the more people that subscribe, the more people who donate, the more support we get, the bigger the channel will be, the more successful it'll be. And you all can all take a lead in this as well, going forward. Don't know where we'll be in a year's time, do we? Well, unless it could be massive. Well, it will be. I'll make sure it gets massive. 90% mark, I'll make it one day at a time, yeah. John Doe, New Year's Day is probably an excellent time to quit. Definitely it is, yeah. Do you know what it is? Any day is a good time. Mark, good night, everyone. I have to work tomorrow, and the big bad will stay safe. Sure do. Keep it going. Keep it going. Because that's the only way to live a decent, healthy life, isn't it? That's what we need. We all need a decent, healthy life. And if you haven't got your health, you're finished. But one of the biggest things apart from your health, as I said before, I felt trapped with alcohol. I was handcuffed to it, Richard Bruce, I like your drink. Mind you, your relapse video made me question my handling of it. The relapse, not good. It's a killer. How often do people go, it's only alcohol, isn't it? I'm just going to have something that's going to kill me. I want to pay for it over the odds. And I'm going to fight at the bar to get it. If it's not available, I'll be really pissed off. And you look forward to the next day hurting yourself again. There's only alcohol, isn't there? Only the booze, the little buzz. I mean, people say to me they're in their 60s. I get a buzz. I say, fucking grow. Get a buzz from what? What sort of buzz do you get when you're at that age? The only buzz you get at that age is having a good woman. And I know that. Forgot one. But you understand what I mean? There's no buzz standing in a busy pub at night, is there? Lunchtime, whenever. Pushing yourself to the bar, hand a £20 note over, swipe your card, loud, bloody, dreadful folk. I'm not saying I wasn't one of them, but I've grown up a bit now. Anti-person, no offence to anyone, but it's really sad to see some drinkers in the pubs. Yeah, some people lose their way. I did as well. I did. Lost my way completely and I died. Which I had one drink, turned into 4. Yeah, I was speaking to a lad tonight actually, just on the messages. He'd gone out. What is he? About 18 months sober. Got out on Saturday for 2 pints and ended up getting home at 5 a.m. We've all done it. I've been off the drink for years. Just have 1 or 2, bang, back on it. And the more you do that, the longer it's going to take you to get off, get your life back. It's hard to get back on the wagon, when you fall off. Each time you fall off harder, you can't jump back on again like you used to. Your body just won't take it. So one of those, the psychological reason why we become addicted to alcohol, and other people don't. This year it gave me the confidence to be the person I want to be, which led to addiction. Very similar to me, that, yeah. It gave me a boost, and then it became a habit. I mean, drinking 2 or 3 pints a couple of times a week when I was 16, 17 wasn't a problem. But then, as you grow a little bit older, you want to do more things socially, maybe. But even once you play a band, I used to play bass in a band, we used to have a few drinks. It didn't make me play the guitar any better. It was just something you did when you were in a band, really. And then under the military, like you sub, and then, well, it was police for me. Then it was a big thing to go for drink. It was a habit again. So I have to go same, I think, then it became a coach. Yeah, it does. Becomes I said there's 5 stages. Stage 1 is social, moderate. Stage 2, heavy drinking. Stage 3, um, then 3.5 is stage 4 really. Heavy drinking when you know it's causing you issues, but you just can't really turn it off. And then stage 4, full is when you sit at the edge of the cliff and you can't get back. And that's point of no return where I was. So people still drink at stage 3.5, where they're drinking and know things are crumbling, but you start to feel down then, you sort of need the other drink. Yeah, it's not good. When you need a drink rather than want to drink is a turning point, I think. And it's not always pubs nowadays. A lot of people drink at home because of ridiculous prices and they're waving a note at the bar is literally non-existent now too. Yeah, I think you're right. I know it's tap and go, but you know what I mean. The sort of culture is still. If you go to any town, it's still busy on the weekend, isn't it? That's what I mean. You know, people trying to fight at the bar with their phones, and it's just like a nightmare. There are more people drinking at home, but there's still busy bars. Just wait the next couple of weeks, and the dark nights coming. A few Christmas dues starting, they'll be packed again. You know, because I drink out skating last week. I should have known better. Okay, Richard, got you skating. Wow, it's dangerous. Christopher, when I romanticise about the things I liked drinking and going to the pub, I play the tape forward of me waking up and playing. It's really in pain and shame. I'm on day 302, 302. That's fantastic. 302 days. It's good. Always fast forward the tape to how ill you're going to be next few weeks. That's a good way of looking at it, Christopher. You know, don't romanticize it. There's nothing to be romanticized about. So it's strange, isn't it? We drink to be someone else, but we want everyone to love us for who we really are. Yeah, it's a good point, isn't it? We all want to be liked, don't we? It's a difficult balance, isn't it? I think it's something that crept up on me. I thought this is quite good. I didn't have parents who drank a lot. Didn't have relatives who drank a lot. Not really friends who drank a lot. You know, it's just me. I think because I moved from a small village in the middle of London, it was all glamorous and wonderful, and then it became a mess. You know? Same as anything, isn't it? Moderation's a key if you can. And I couldn't. X4068. Watching your videos encouraged me to forego my weekend photo. I do feel better now. Drop for 2 weeks. Well done. See, 2 weeks in. Maybe it's 2 months, 2 years, and you feel better. If you do want to support the channel, then please hit the super chat button or buy me coffee links at the top there. And the more support we get, the more we can do. It's good to see people progress and people get off the booze and ultimately get healthy again. Because, as I said a million times, and you all know this anyway, you're clever people. Your health is your wealth, isn't it? And once that goes, then you really are gone. And the trapped for years thing, you soon get older, don't you? And a lot of the time I spent in my 20s and 30s, I spent recovering, you know. Didn't take sick leave, but I was like, oh, so tired. Drains your energy. You got no zest for life. You strive for mediocrity. Your ambition just flies out the window, and all you want to do is have a few drinks to get over the fact you felt rough. And I was one of these people. Some people slow down towards the end of the night and drink slower. I was always a very fast drinker, so as I got to 10 o'clock, I used to drink more. And the guys just drink said, "Oh, I better go now." I was always the last one there. No off switch, you see. You got the party to go on and on and on. We are social animals. I never thought I was accepted into the herd without a drink. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Even now, I've not got quite a busy life and partner things, but I don't really want to go to the pub now. Whether that would have changed, I'm just saying about my age and circumstances, but I used to drink in the pubs a lot. I know a lot of people just drink in the house. It was always the pubs for me. And then it drifted in the house, obviously. But I just was both. Stoic, number one, fast forward the tape when the addiction has play the tape forward of how you will feel mentally and physically the next day, yeah. Well, you do, isn't it? The carnage and heartache you've caused, regret, guilt. You have to move it forward as quick as you can. As soon as you think you want to drink, and you feel you've got to drink. Because you don't really. Once you're sober, you should stay sober. It should be easy then, shouldn't it? Richard, recovering, you lose days to Harvard. not just a morning like in your teens. No, you lose. I put a little poll on the other day. How many hours does it take to get over a hangover? My last one was 5 years, wasn't it? Because I was in withdrawal, but on a more realistic basis, it can take a couple of days to get over the booze. Because when you're young, you bounce back. That's just like an old car, isn't it? Which is like a car that the body gets worn out in time. So I'm literally the same. So, and the speed of drinking, yeah, super fast, super fast. I was like, whoa. I used to have 5 pints between 10:30 and 11. A pub called Red Lion in Kingley Street next to Carnaby Street in London, and then jog up to the Oxford Circus Underground station, jump in that, get home about an hour later, hour and a half later, take the dog for a walk, put a couple of bottles, cans in my pocket, drink them. It's just mad. So again, tool to compare lists. List 1, all the hurt, regret, guilt, carnage caused from drinking. List 2, your life now in recovery, healthy, fitter, stronger, more money, better relationships. Yeah, 100%. Lots of pros to drinking, isn't there? So it's really not drinking. Everything's negative with alcohol, isn't it? Everything's positive without it. But we still go back to it. If we could crack the relapse part, we do amazingly well with me. But nobody knows why. It's addiction telling you, isn't it? The story would say, oh, this is good. It might be good fun there. The fear of missing out. Not being able to relax. The fact that everyone else goes, there's a sheep culture as well, isn't it? They're all going for a pint. I might as well go. I lived in a section house with about 20 blokes when I first joined the police. And everyone would say, we'll go out there, knock on the door, come out for a pint. You couldn't say another drug you. And I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody who didn't drink then. And that's just the way it was. They are 4 or 5, you put money in a whip. And then you think, oh, it's 11 o'clock, 10 it was in. There's a nightclub on Oxford Street called Hombres. And the Tuesdays, 50 pence a drink or something. Let's go there. And so it goes on. You know the aftermath of all the mess you get into. The carry on. I couldn't publish it on here, but you know what I'm saying. You get led into strange places because you're young and daft. But I became old and daft with a drink. And my mother was always just young and daft. And then I thought, well, I'm 50 odd now. I'm not exactly young, I'm still daft. I still got led astray, unfortunately. But it's nice to be healthy and, crack on my life and do some good for the world as well. And thanks for you all coming on here as well. Seeing a few old faces. And just want you to have a good week. Stay healthy and happy. That's the main thing, isn't it? But certainly the topic of the video tonight, the pain of withdrawal. Like, I've been stabbed, I've been foot run over, I've been beaten up. All sorts of things have happened to me in my life. At work and out of work. Obviously in the police you're going to take some hammering. But it's insignificant compared to the pain that alcohol's caused me. Emotionally, physically. And it's just not a good place to be. It's far better being sober. John, are you still planning on having a subscriber meet? Definitely, yeah. Do some time in January. We'll get enough numbers. We'll book somewhere to have a meal in London somewhere. Maybe near one of the main railway stations, because most people come by rail, won't they? We'll get maybe 20 or 30 people. We'll just book a restaurant. That'd be a good idea. And there's been people in here. I've been on this one a few months now, 3 months. Got to know each other quite well. Some good people. Stabbing the leg. With the stiletto knives, very thin knife. But yeah, survived essentially. Good medical care down there. But yeah, I've had all sorts of injuries. Broken my arm 2 places and stuff. At the end of the day, it's one of them things you do in the job. I had a bit of domestic abuse as well. That wasn't good. It's just like life, isn't it? And then obviously the addiction But the coming off the booze, I've never ever felt anything like that in my life. When I couldn't control things, I think when you're not free is when you panic. And you get into such a state that you cannot live properly. And all you want to do is get free and be nice and healthy and feel good. And, when I think about when I was going to the operating theatres a couple of times, I had a couple of operations done when I was in hospital with liver problems. Not transplants or anything like that, but I had a little shunt put in my liver, and I also had a problem with sodium levels. I put a needle right down here, emergency operation. I think, what have I done myself? It was hard not to get depressed when you got all these things going on in your life. And I just think, oh my God, what have I done? Because I never thought it would be me. I remember seeing people with sudden deaths, that died of cirrhosis. It was, when I was young, the ambulance crews in London went on strike. I think it was national. And I was on the ambulances for a while as a medic. And people would be, they'd take them to hospital that died of cirrhosis. The dead bodies, basically, that died of that. And I said, I used to think, God, I'm drinking too much. I was aware of it then, how bad it was. I still couldn't stop. So when I sustained more injuries in the pub and at home, pissed than I did in 20 years in the Royal Navy. Yeah, I suppose the Navy's slightly different. The police were out in the street all the time. I did have a couple of falls after I'd left the job in retirement. So when I did a Black Swan. What is the main cause of the alcohol problem in the UK? Is it availability, price, derivation? Derivation, culture, weather, easy access. That's it. That's the real reason. So I split my head open, got run over, broke my jaw, snapped my ankle, lots of fighting all because of alcohol. Yeah, it's not good. I didn't get any fighting. I didn't do any fighting like that. Mine was like on duty fighting, and then a bit of domestic. So, but not good that bit. But yeah, mainly on duty fighting. Just to easily get into scrapes with people who're trying to arrest them. Nobody wants to be arrested. Like. So yes, but you should see the other bloke. Yeah. Fighting. I've managed to get out of fights pretty well. I've been a bit of a bastard, not a bit of a dickhead. We all do. We all get stupid when we drink, don't we? We're crazy bastards. Sensible normally, haven't we? But that didn't happen a lot. But most of the incidents you see on the street are alcohol related, aren't they? Really are. Okay, we're doing about an hour there, so I'll come back on Wednesday, I think, but I'll put a post up. Keep an eye on the posts because it might change day to day because I'm doing other things at the moment. John, I'm seeing you now and comparing that your picks when you were drinking, see if that probably makes me think it's getting there. Is it getting there? There's a big jump. The only thing you got to remember to get there is to be focused. But if anyone wants any help, go onto the videos. There's a link to one-to-one mentoring and support on all the videos, and I'll try and help you out. Okay, we'll say good night for now, and thanks for coming on. I think all the moderators, apart from Beef and Chicken, there's much happened to her, have been on night, so it's been quite good. Hi, Samantha. I hope you're well. Yeah, we're just finishing off now, and been a very lively chat. Well, no, not lively, more sensible, really, isn't it? Kathy, thanks everyone. Stoic, John Doe, those during addiction and the recovery picks are a massive eye opener. Yeah, what can happen to you? I wish I'd taken more, but I wasn't really in the mindset to do that at the time. I'm glad I took a couple on. They're not pretty good quality, but the newspaper article I did enhanced them a little bit, And it's a terrible time of life, but I've got the best life now, and I just feel pretty good every day. And to feel that from what I went through and to where I am now is indescribable, to be fair. And we can all do it, We can all do them. So Adams Tuesday keeps me strong. Come on. John Rose, cheers, Steve. Have a good night. And yeah, see you Wednesday. Any questions, anything at all, any support you want, get in touch with me. You know the number by now. I've actually got another number. I've started using it yet, but never mind. I should get onto that. Christopher, good night. Especially good night to Kaz because she's not been very well. And try and get some rest, Kaz. Good night, everybody, and let's catch up Wednesday. Thanks for all the support, thanks for donations, and have a great Tuesday. Because by the weekend it's going to be November, isn't it? Where has this year gone? And that'll be Christmas. And now into 2026, haven't we? Bloody hell. Where's life gone? Enjoy it while you can. That's the main thing. Because my mother, who's 94, says, it's later than you think. It's a good one, though. See you later. Good night. And God bless.